All righty. So good evening. First and foremost, allow me to thank you for joining us this morning, evening, or afternoon, whatever time of day it is when you happen to check in with us. I'm facilitating a revolutionary conversation with the Queen of Hearts, Tamika Brown, some of her board members, and of course, the reason why we're all showing up, these lovely ladies, our team parents, all representing Hearts. And I want to thank you for joining us. Tamika, first and foremost, can you just let us know who you are, why we're here, and what this particular, community initiative is about?
I love it. Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Tamika Brown. I am founder and executive director of your favorite nonprofit organization called Hearts. Heart stands for helping each adolescent reach their spark. And what we do is we go into the high schools, into the community, and teach teen moms and dad who have become pregnant between the ages of 13 to 22 with the resources and services that they need to be self-sufficient and independent. So we are going to give you an insight of what goes on in our day-to-day world and day-to-day operation so that you can continue to do what you do best and give love to hearts.
Beautiful. Thank you. Before we dive in, I want to just honor everyone that's on the screen right now. So please, when I call your name, can you just briefly introduce yourself? Let us know who you are and how you show up. I'm going to start in my top right corner. Miss Tiffany, can you just briefly introduce yourself and how do you show up?
Hi, my name is Tiffany Carrington, and I am the Director of Finance for Hearts. And I make sure that we count those coins and make sure that every money is where it needs to be. And as Tamika says, don't worry, her accountant handles that.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, moving on. Up next, we have Miss Amanda Bruce.
There we go. Sorry, a little technical delay. So I'm Amanda Bruce. I am the development and fundraising chair. I help get those coins, so we have those coins to help our beautiful families. So yeah, that's how I show up.
Thank you.
And plus, I'm the baby mama.
Thank you. Up next, Amber Smith, please don't forget to introduce your company as well. All are honored in our space.
All right. My name is Ember Smith, and this is my daughter, Amari Smith. I am one of the teen moms, a part of Hearts. That's how I show up.
Thank you, ma'am. All right. Alicia, Be Free Wellness.
Absolutely. How is everyone doing tonight? I am glad to be here. My name is Alicia Andrews. I'm the founder of Be Free Wellness Education and Consultant, LLC. I'm an independent sexuality educator, and I'm also the programmatic or interim programmatic chair for Hearts NC. And I show up in all of my hats of supporting programmatic operations and structure, just making sure that the programs are structured together, as well as offering other expertise in the field of sexual health and public health. So I'm here to do all the things.
Thank you. Mama Chapman, Miss Kathy Smith. Miss Kathy Chapman.
Yes, I'm Kathy Chapman, and I am, along with Tamika, we've been doing this for the last 9 years. I've been with her from day one, and what I hope I bring is the humbleness that we need to be successful, the history that we need to always know from where we come, and I need to gain from those who join us where we're going.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Kishana Dickens.
Yes, my name is Keshana Dickens. I am a mentor for Hearts and also a donor for Hearts. How I show up is I am a former teen mom who has overcome being a teen mom to become successful in my finance and real estate career. How I show up for the girls is as a mentor, someone they can look up to. I help facilitate the Hearts alumni sessions by being a mentor to the group. And I also donate to Hearts. I want to see every girl become successful.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Miss Deja.
I'm Deja. I am the intern currently. How do I show up to for Hearts? I pretty much do everything, I talk to the girls, I set up appointments, I get them connected with community resources. We do a lot. We give them emotional support, mental support, financial support, anything they need pretty much. I'm kind of like Miss Brown's little assistant. So they talk to me and then I take it to her. So like she's the big boss, I'm the little boss. And that's pretty much all I do right now.
Thank you. All righty, well, let's dive in.
Can I add one more thing?
Of course.
I am the liaison, the day-to-day person at Hillside High School for our
Okay.
young ladies.
That's important to know. I'm gonna come back to you about that. All right. So before we get started, again, I'm Asante Malone. It's my honor to be here just to be in community with everyone that just introduced themselves to you. My primary responsibility as one of the board members is facilitating candid conversations like this that are geared toward community engagement, identifying new partnerships, and helping to strategically plan new initiatives to help us go where we need to go to show up for those that we're in community with. And without further ado, the Queen of Hearts, walk us through what has been, the past successes of your organization. Mama Chapman shared that you guys have been doing this, you all, excuse me, have been doing this for the last 9 years. So please walk us through some of your successes.
Oh my goodness, where do we start, Mama Chapman? Where do we start? Well, some of our
In your
success.
classroom at Hillside.
Oh my goodness. In my classroom at Hillside, I was the parenting and child development teacher, and I would just, I had a passion for this long before that. When I was 15, my best friend became pregnant. And when I started teaching at Hillside and then at North Forsyth, the high school before that, I just saw a lot of teen moms coming into my classroom disappearing. So that was a heartstring for me because I realized that they were dropping out of school and that hadn't been the case. So I just set my mind to make sure that they had everything that they need so they wouldn't have to drop out of school. And with that came success with graduation rate. That's my favorite one to mention. We've graduated our girls to date. We're at 49 graduates thus far from the H.E.A.R.T.S organization. I'm very proud of that because statistics say that the number one reason why teen moms drop out of school is because they have no one to care for their child. So we try to eliminate the barriers that's associated with that. Oh man, it's so many successes, community partners. You're looking at them, board members, volunteers, multiple teen moms. We've served to date 127 that we have been able to count thus far. In our organization, donors. I mean, it's major success. We've grown. We're still standing. That is a big success.
As we think about hashtag giving love to hearts, are there other organizations in Durham that are doing similar work?
No, sir. We're the only nonprofit organization that's serving teen moms and teen dads to this capacity.
Okay, and Mama Chapman, you can chime in on this one as well. Are there many schools that have initiatives similar to this one currently in place?
At the current time, we're only at Hillside.
Okay. There's more than one school in Durham though, right? I'm just checking. More than
Say
one
it again?
Durham? I said that there is more than one high school in Durham though, right?
Yes, there are 5 comprehensive high schools at Durham. And there have been attempts, and we continue to make attempts, and to bring what we bring to all the high schools. And it's a harder battle than you would expect.
I can imagine. We'll get to that part though. I can imagine. So, I mean, what are some upcoming plans though? As an organization, what are some upcoming plans that you have?
I'm gonna let Alicia take this one.
Yes,
Okay.
I'll jump in with that. So as a programmatic chair, one of my goals when I came in was definitely to strengthen our programmatic component as well as expand programming. As we know that teen pregnancy impacts everyone across the state, on different levels. So one of the pieces that we're definitely working on are expanding programming across the state. I'm currently residing in Eastern North Carolina in Pitt County, and we are looking to work with partners here in Pitt County to begin making not even a footprint, a heart print, okay? Putting a couple of heartbeats over here in the East. And growing up in rural North Carolina, I'm from Ada, North Carolina, and I boldly remember being in middle school and telling my cousin, who I was in 6th grade, she was in 8th grade, like, I think you're pregnant. And her denying it and saying how, she's not, but she was. So actually seeing that there's a need from the urban side of the state to the rural side of the state. So we're definitely looking to build those partnerships in areas across not even just the triangle, but across the state. Also, we are working on developing H.E.A.R.T.S curriculum so we can put that out to individuals where Miss Brown does not have to work as hard, but if we can get some trainers in here and some program coordinators trained and to implement H.E.A.R.T.S across the state, so she won't have to drive all the way around to make sure that our young parents are served. In
Yes,
addition to
please.
helping out with the development team, making sure that we are finding the funding that applies to what H.E.A.R.T.S do, and H.E.A.R.T.S does so much. So definitely focusing on those program expansion plans, as well as strengthening the core of H.E.A.R.T.S and developing more initiatives that will be helpful and needed for our young parents.
Beautiful. So, I mean,
Can
what are
I
some kind
add?
of programs that we have? I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
I would just to say that the programmatic component, the curriculum that is provided to pregnant teens who are in the high schools. Okay, so we're not just working with teen parents. We're there when they deliver. So I think that's an important piece to know. We just don't pick them up after they become moms
Oh no.
and their dads. We're with them from when they identify themselves to us until.
And that makes H.E.A.R.T.S unique. And I wanted Tamika to kind of blow it up a little bit more and say that, H.E.A.R.T.S is very unique throughout the state. How many programs are in the state that actually serve teen parents from the beginning, as expectant parents all the way through. And her heart just keeps growing and growing and continuing to serve our alumni girls. And I put it out there to her to say, hey, even though they have graduated from high school and they're doing well, I'm sure they still need support as young people and still working through their adolescent phase and growing up as young adults. So H.E.A.R.T.S has opened up to do the H.E.A.R.T.S community and community-based alumni gatherings and programs.
Okay. I mean, it sounds like there's an opportunity to actually partner with those that are strategically trying to build out our early childhood action plan for the state, because you can't have, healthy children without healthy parents. And so,
Absolutely.
talk about some of, H.E.A.R.T.S as a program in general. What are some more specific, more, micro programs that are unique to H.E.A.R.T.S that you use to, provide services for your teen parents?
Yeah. So H.E.A.R.T.S also offers one-on-one home visits and connections with our young parents in addition to providing group sessions with our teen parents and in school and as well as community. So the unique pieces of using a multifaceted approach, right? So not just one way, and that's the special thing about H.E.A.R.T.S. So again, with our one-on-one and our theory-based program with H.E.A.R.T.S curriculum that our lovely Tamika Brown has put together. And in addition to our RAP program, or our H.E.A.R.T.S Ambassador program, and RAP is our Reward Advocate program. So we want to make sure that we instill, as far as one of the components of H.E.A.R.T.S is self-development. So we want to make sure that our young parents have that skill to be able to advocate for H.E.A.R.T.S. And they understand that H.E.A.R.T.S does so much for them and their young families. So we need them to put in that work to continue to put the word out, to let people know how great of an organization that H.E.A.R.T.S is and the work that they're doing in the community and that they've done for them, as well as the girls learning how to give back and to enrich the program that is enriching them. So with the H.E.A.R.T.S Ambassador program, We have them, they get to work in our wonderful Love Bug closet that Amanda, I'm sure, is going to talk about. And as well as, you know, they get to earn points or money. So they're hired in a sense. So they earn money. And that money that they gain, they get to spend it in the Love Bug closet. But you have to put in work. And we want to show them that as easy as it is to receive things, it's just as easy to give and put in that little bit of help that means so much to the Hearts organization.
So thank you, first and foremost. So as you shared like some of the programs that you all offered, obviously, I do believe we have some recipients and participants in those programs on the call. So without putting anybody on the spot, any of the teen moms, any of the parents on the call, would you mind sharing what your experience has been participating in some of the programs that Ms. Alicia mentioned?
Well, I guess I'll start.
Thank you.
I'm actually one of like the newest members of Hearts, so I'm the only thing I've really ever participated in was the 101s and the group sessions. Um, Personally, the 101s, my experience with those is very good. Miss Brown, Deja, and just anybody who is ever in the 101s is really helpful, and they actually take the listen, because as a teen mom I feel like I'm not listened to as much. I feel like people look down on us and say like, oh, they're teens, they don't know what they're doing, they're too young to be having kids. But with Miss Brown and everybody else, it's like, no, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna listen to you, I'm gonna make sure you're doing self-care, all that good stuff. That's Miss Brown's biggest thing. The the group sessions are the best as well, because that's where the teen moms can come together and we can give ideas to each other, and we can say, okay, this is what I love about being a teen mom, this is what I can't stand about being a teen mom. And the thing that speaks to me the most is in every session we have, you can be real. Like, you don't have to put on a face, you don't have to front, you can say, this is how I'm feeling, and this is just, you can be just you, because sometimes you got places where you can't be you, but this is a great spot that you can always just be you.
Can somebody pass Tamika some tissue, please?
I was thinking the
And
same
to
thing.
our
I'm
live
like,
audience
stop.
who does not
Let
know
it
Miss
go.
I got
Brown.
a
Let it
feeling it
go.
won't be enough. Kishana,
Let
what
it.
about you? Anything you'd like to share?
I am so touched by what Amber said, you know, just hearing from one of the teen moms and being blessed to be part of the Hearts alumni group sessions and help facilitate the group sessions, and being part of a one-on-one with Amber, just seeing how, just hearing her express herself. She's so smart and she's so articulate, and she has so much going on for herself. And overall, she's a great mom. And for her to be able to sit here and articulate how she feels about hearts, not scripted, is something to be really proud of. I think Tamika and Miss Kathy, who have been here since day one, should be so proud just to hear from Amber, you know, how just to hear back from a teen mom who's gaining so much about self-care and self-development, and we've given her confidence in herself that she can make it. So I think kudos to Amber for expressing yourself, and kudos to Tamika and Miss Kathy for sticking it out, and Tamika for your vision.
Thank you. We have
That's hard work.
no, I was going to say we have a new heart joining us. And like I said, when we started, you know, all voices and all those present are honored and seen. So please, Miss Nina, would you mind just introducing yourself to the group? And by group, I mean those that are also, you know, listening. But do you mind just introducing yourself and telling us how you show up? Oh, you're muted, love. I'm sorry.
There you go. My name is Nina Wright Ritchie. I am the interim board chair for H.E.A.R.T.S. And so I've been working with the organization now a little bit over a year as a support to all the committees, and especially Tamika, who's done a phenomenal job. And so how I show up is just being there for whatever she needs me to do. I try to make that happen for her with as far as the business acumen and the business side of things and making decisions that will push the organization forward. A little bit about me and what I love about this organization is that I am a product of teen parents. And so I know what it's like to be on the other side. I may not be a teen parent, but I've seen the struggles that teen parents have firsthand. And so my heart is definitely dedicated to seeing the young people prosper, to see them grow. And Hearts is definitely the organization to be a part of to do it.
Thank you. And so you mentioned one thing as far as, moving hearts forward, and that's a beautiful segue into the next part of our conversation, which is about development and fundraising. So please just, give us some insight about what, the past successes concerning developments have been, what have been some obstacles that we need to overcome as an organization concerning fundraising. And for those that are listening, what would you like for them to walk away with?
Well, there's just no words for this organization. It's definitely a great place to work.
No, ma'am, I did not want to cry today. I'm sorry. I started it there.
It's a shock because it's Amanda.
I know.
Y'all better come on now and stop this now.
Not today.
Not today. Not with these emotions in the retrograde going on.
I'm sorry. It's Amber's fault. Amber did it. All right, we got it.
There's a lot going on.
She can cry.
Yeah, we have a lot going on, which my baby, the Love Bug, children's closet, it kind of just started out as we're getting so many donations and we only have a little closet and we're just running out of room. So we just kind of had this idea of putting in a storage unit, but then we didn't want it to present and look like a storage unit. We wanted it to be inclusive and welcoming for the teen parents, but our goal is to move it forward for the whole community involved and shop there at a discounted rate. And like Alicia said before, where the teen parents can come and volunteer and work to earn money, essentially, to learn that skill. And to help them purchase whatever they need for themselves and their little ones.
So one more question about the Love Bug, right? What does the Love Bug need to go to the next level? Because I want to make sure that for those that are listening, they have something that is, actionable and something that can be put in place. So that way, again, for those that we're showing up on behalf of, they have what they need to go where they want.
We need donations. And also we would really, really, really love a storefront. I think that's the ultimate goal, is for it to be within the community, not just at a storage unit, but a store that it's visible. People can come in throughout the whole day, weekends, daytime, within the whole community. I think that's where we need to be. And I think with donations, not just tangible donations, monetary donations, time, volunteering, I think all of that would be huge.
And I know this is a no-brainer, but who do you intend on employing at this storefront that we, will receive?
We're going to keep it within the family. So, teen parents, alumni, whoever would like to be a part of this Hearts family.
Okay. And, always I want to take it back to the, mothers that are on the call. What has been your experience like in the Love Bug? Has it been useful? Has it been practical? Before you even answer that, can you compare your experience shopping at the Love Bug with your experience shopping at, more traditional or conventional shops? If you don't mind. I don't want a cold call, but I will.
We have several photos and opportunities for the teen moms to actually come out to the Love Bug and experience shopping there. To add to what you asked, Miss Amanda, things that we need, I love the way she put that. We most definitely are in need of the monetary donations as well as the tangible. And when we're talking more about tangible, we are at a high need for the male clothes, the boys, the baby boys. We had all boys this year, surprisingly. We may have 2 girls, and that would be our baby you see on the call, and another one of our babies that are not here, but everybody else have boys, so they are in need of male clothes. So if we have any little boy donations, that would be amazing. They are, we're looking for 2T and up, I think, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay, right, Deja? I'm hitting that right on the head, right?
I think that's pretty right. Mhm.
Okay. Yes, they love it. They go every other Friday is when they get paid with their love bucks. The more they attend their group sessions, the more they attend their one-on-ones, they get love bucks for it, and they get to spend it in the love bucks closet. And just go to our website and you can check out some of those photos, and they're all down our Instagram as well.
I'm sorry, what's the website?
www.heartsnc.org, and you can follow us on all social media platforms at HeartsNC919. And Miss Amanda and Tiffany, I wanted to remind you guys that we're in the midst of a campaign. So you asked about future and development and finances, so I'm gonna just throw that little plug in there, and then I'm gonna be quiet.
Yes.
Hashtag giving love to heart.
So that's our current campaign that we're in right now.
Okay. So talking about campaigning, talking about finances, naturally, Miss Tiffany, I'm about to come your way. So yeah, give us a little bit of insight. I mean, and again, we're having a candid conversation, right? Because we're having a candid conversation. I'll just leave it there. But naturally, those that are listening and for those that are on the call, I'm pretty sure that they will be interested in what the financial growth has been like, what the financial stability has been like, and what are we currently doing to put us in a better place financially?
Well, I can say we are definitely growing from where we were in 2019 when I started taking over the books. 2019, we didn't bring in hardly any money, but 2020, we brought in like 27,000. That's from grants, fundraisers, individual contributions, board contributions. So it doesn't even include in-kinds that people donated items, tangible items, or their time. So I see that we are.
And Tiffany, can I interject? And that's all during a pandemic.
Right.
And let me be, I'm sorry, Tiffany, for cutting you off, but I know she wants to be humble, but I'm going to let it be known that when she came in, the budget was at 12,000. This new board has doubled that budget to 27,000. So they are doing awesome.
All the things, yes.
I had to catch myself. Woo! They are doing the thing, okay?
Yes. Between the development team, we are working on grants. We are trying to get in as much money as we can. Thus, hashtag giving love to hearts, because it takes about $300 per girl per month to sustain. So if we don't have that, we don't operate. So
what does that mean, right? Because if I were a donor, naturally, and it's a necessary evil, I get it. People want to know where their money is going, right? So what does that mean? It takes $300 to support a teen mom per month.
So we provide meals for the girls on their one-to-one sessions. We provide transportation if they need to go to a doctor's appointment or an interview or whatever they need transportation for. We provide certifications for them. The Love Bug, we purchase items in the Love Bug, whether it's Pampers, wipes, milk, formula, all the necessities that a female would need to self-care. So yeah.
Emergency funds.
Daycare funds if they need daycare money, we provide that. Anything that you could possibly think of that a person may need to sustain in life, we try our best to assist.
So I have and this is, because we're having a candid conversation. Is that enough?
No.
Okay.
That's honestly the bare minimum.
Minimum, right.
Yes.
And that does not include the salary of the trainers.
Mhm.
That is just their bare basic needs.
Okay.
Correct.
That's important to mention. I think it's important to mention because with all of the successes that we currently have and that, the parents currently have, naturally those successes are a byproduct of the bare minimum. And so for those that are listening, I also want them to walk away with just how much more progress, how much more success, how much more impact could be made if we weren't just bringing in the bare minimum. So community partners, right? Because naturally we can't do it all alone. And, that requires us having, strategic partnerships. So, and this is for anyone that's, on the call right now. Could you give us some insight into who our current, community partners are, or who you would like for our, community partners to be?
Absolutely. I'm going to take that one. I'm going to jump in real quickly. But before I answer that question, one of the growth in the development, good job, Tiffany, good job, Amanda and Alicia. Y'all rock that. We most definitely are looking for sustaining donors. I know Tiffany did not mention that. However, we only have 2 sustaining donors and they donate what they can on a monthly basis. But if we had sustaining donors that would consistently give to our organization, it would most definitely help us with sustainability. I don't think people realize how far $10 a month go. That is $120 a year. That makes a big difference in a nonprofit organization. When you donate $10 a month and we are able to do what we need to do, that is a one-way trip to a doctor's appointment. When you donate another $10, that's a one-way trip back home. It takes both. I can't Uber them to the doctor or take them to the doctor and not bring them back home. So when they are sustaining donors, that means a lot to our organization because it allows us to continue to provide the services that they need in order to accomplish whatever goal they see fit to accomplish.
I think it's worthy of mentioning right here as well, as we were talking about that 300 being the bare minimum. And I'm not even an expert on this, but I'll just say this. When it comes to the ugly side of teen parenting, you do have the potentiality of them becoming housing insecure and then being removed from their, immediate support circles, which are their families, based upon, whatever stigmas are associated with the reasons in which they became pregnant to begin with. And so is there any space for finances and for the money to be used for housing purposes? And if there are, what community partners, could help lean into that?
Absolutely. It's funny that you mentioned that because we actually just went on a tour with one of our community partners looking at properties in order to gain access to a building where we can house our teen moms. A lot of them come into our organization and of course they're in survival mode, but at the same time, their number one request is I need my own space. I need my own home. Whether it is because regardless of the situation, they may have been kicked out due to their situation or circumstances, or the housing that they're currently living in is overcrowded because a lot of family is living together to help one another and support one another, and the home is not conducive for raising a child. It could be a hostile situation, whatever the case may be, or they just want to be independent and raise their child the way they want to raise their child. And right now we don't have the housing to the building or the location to house them, but that is something that is a part of my vision and something that we are working towards. I think we're going to need $1 million to put it out. So if we have any $1 million donors, please Go to our website and hit
Get
that
out there.
donate button that's in the top right hand corner and go ahead and make that contribution. If we have anyone in the real estate business that has a home and wants to donate it to us, we would love to acquire that asset. We have real estate knowledge and expertise on our team. Miss Nina, she can speak on that as well, and what we're looking for and all of that good stuff.
So I
So
hear, you know,
that is a part of our vision.
so when I hear community partners, we have an interest in real estate. There's an interest on the monetary support. What other types of community partners are needed to help Hearts grow and to also bring different services into the programs that you already provide for teen parents?
Absolutely. Miss Alicia, I saw you unmute. You want to take that?
Definitely. So we need all the people, right? So
Yep.
as a public health educator, understanding the need for holistic approaches and understanding that people have multiple needs. So on top of having community partners who represent housing and development. Of course, anybody who in these large corporations who has materials that's needed, whether it's through Lenovo, our young moms definitely will love to have their own laptops and their own electronics so they can operate how they should be able to operate, whether it's as a parent or as a student. Everybody needs that technology base. Definitely we need more community partners within our local government agencies and human service agencies because they need these wraparound services and connected in so many ways. In addition to, we definitely need the support of local school board districts um, and any and every institution who touches and is impacted by a teen parent.
Why is it so important to get the schools involved?
The baby's got to go to school, right? We want to
Oh,
keep them at school,
hey,
right? Oh, okay.
you're looking at over a decade, of educational experience. But it is
Right.
important to voice these things, right?
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Because we
right.
want to make sure that we keep our young people in school. We want to make sure that we remove these barriers that keeps them from dropping out, right? We want, because the main point of Hearts is that we want to increase graduation rates and we want to decrease these dropout rates. So they need that support within the school system. And we need our local school districts to be open and adopting a program like Hearts and all of the other components that is related to Hearts. So as again an independent sexuality educator, I always have to fight, right? And they definitely don't want sex ed in school a lot of the times, but it has to be taught, right? So we need to be in the school system to continue to advocate for our young people as well as providing these opportunities for them.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
again,
Miss Deja.
Excuse me, one of the ways that is necessary to advocate for our young ladies is when they're in the schools to see how they are being successful. Okay, to have the support in the building or in the community so that they are successful in the school buildings. And right now, schools are not seeing that. And it's not necessarily because we are virtual, it's for a whole lot of other reasons. And so I'm feeling really strongly that our young ladies are suffering. We're missing some of them. We're not being able to get them because schools have not said, yes, this is important. And it is important. Those young ladies, I mean, we've had academically successful young women, honor roll students, scholarship young ladies, because they have a baby or because they're pregnant does not mean that their brain does not work.
Yes, ma'am. Deja, jump in.
I just wanted to say, of course, we need big community partners. Like, I'm so glad Miss Alicia brought up the school system because we do need more community partners within the school system. But we
Contracts.
also need smaller community partners as well. A lot of our girls want to learn certain trades, but they may not be able to go to those schools. And it's really easy to donate some of your time to teach them a skill. So like that is a huge community partner that we're looking for as well right now.
Thank you so much, Deja, for bringing that, because that was the other part of my brain that was going to work. But like she said, and piggybacking off of that, as in the midst of a pandemic, and we understand the importance of small businesses and community businesses, and we want to make sure that we have those resources to connect our young people with. Like she said, if they decide to go to school or get into the workforce, we also provide workforce development for our young people. So we want to give them the opportunity to have access as well as exposure to other fields and professions, aside from, because some people may not go from high school to college, right?
Mhm.
And that's fine. You may go to the military, you may pick up a trade, you may be entrepreneurs. We have some young moms who are actually entrepreneurs, which is an awesome thing. And we want to continue to enrich our community as well as enrich our girls by adding in those small business community partners.
Thank you so much, Miss Alicia. I would like for Amber to share her entrepreneur experience. She knew I was coming.
Sure, yeah. So I have my own small photography business. I
What's it
am
called? I'm sorry.
it's it doesn't have a good name right now, but it's basically just H.E.A.R.T.S photography. So it's my name is Amber Christine Smith. So I put that the first three letters of my initials, and then I put photography behind it.
I think that's an awesome name
It's
until
an
you
awesome
decide
name.
to rebrand again. I
Yes.
think that name is amazing.
I might
And when
need
you're
you
ready
for
to
my
change it,
wedding.
Okay.
exactly.
And Miss Amber, could I give you one suggestion real quickly? So this is a part of self-development and self-efficacy. Own your business, honey. It's not just a small photography business. It's your business. It's your photography business, okay?
That's
Okay.
right. Get her.
Well,
It takes a village.
to this day, I have actually employed 5 people to work with me that I am paying them to work with me.
Mm.
I'm opening up an internship come, what is this, February? It'll be open July 25th, my birthday. I'm going to open the internship up for people to sign up. I have taken God knows how many photos so far. I have raised actually over $1,000 for my business so far with the donation pages that I've had and with the people that I've worked with. And to this day, I am, like I said, I've employed 5 people, and I want to say 3 more interviews that I'll be doing this weekend once I get off work. And I plan to expand it to become just a little bit more bigger. I don't know how big it's gonna become, but we manifesting it's gonna become huge.
There you
It's
go.
going to be huge. Thank you.
I am actually going to be traveling to New York, back home, to have a huge photo shoot with my family, and they will soon be the face of my photography business.
What's your
I wanna
favorite thing to shoot?
My favorite thing to shoot, wow. So I would honestly say it would be Christmas photos. Oh my gosh, I love doing those. I don't know what it is about them, but I love them to death. Like I even did my daughter a whole photo shoot just for her this Christmas, for her first Christmas, and first birthday photos. Those are the best as well.
Ms. Smith, you said something that is extremely important. And I don't even know if everyone caught it. And I know a lot of people listening won't even catch it. But you said you've employed 5 people to work with you and not for you. And trust me, as a professional in the nonprofit world, you will find a lot of people that still consider their employees to work for them. And language is so important. And so I wanna commend you for even having the awareness to use the proper terminology to express how you're in community with the people that you do business with, right? And so you're on the right track. I'm gonna just say that you're on the right track. All right.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
can we
is
give
most
Miss Amber some
definitely.
hearts, y'all? We got to give
Oh
her all
yeah,
the
sure.
hearts. Throw up some hearts for her, y'all. Put in your reaction.
That's easy. There you go.
We got to give her
I
that. The
love
hearts, any
it.
hearts you want to give it to her. That is
Amber, I
So-
think you're going to be coming on to the development team.
okay.
So
And
as
I feel
love
like
it. And
Hearts
I'm
may hire you for maybe like an event that we do
Yep.
once a year.
oh
oh,
yeah,
that's
this is
that's already in the makings.
Oh, okay, so like maybe cultivating the king and queen event. I don't know, you know.
Yep, absolutely. I'm so glad you brought that to everyone's attention because believe it or not, I have to get on some of our partners, our board members, our volunteers, because they love to say we and me. No, they love to say hearts and I and not we. And I'm like, wait a minute, aren't you on the board? Like, don't you mean we got to do this? Not Tamika got to do this. We got to do this because it's just much of yours as it is mine. Nonprofits are ran by the community, not
Right.
by me as an individual. I'm just a visionary, but y'all are the team, and they're my family. Like I call them family. Like it's not a me, it's a we. It's all of us together in this doing it.
So
Finally.
as we still talk about hashtag given to hearts, and as we, discuss all of these successes, successes can't be had without challenges to overcome and obstacles to overcome. And since we're still having a candid conversation, if anyone feels comfortable sharing, what has been your perception or your response from the community or from family or from community members, schools, you name it. What has been the initial response when it comes to being a teen parent or being in community with teen parents? And I think this is important because naturally we all have a lot of work to do as a community, and we can't start doing the work as a community without naming and identifying certain things. So question again, what has been some of the initial responses from the community or initial responses from family members when it comes to stigmas and stereotypes associated with being in community with teen parents or being a teen parent?
I would say, unfortunately, one of the stigmas that I've come across many times is if a young person is becoming a teen mom or a teen dad, that their life is ruined, their life is over, which is not the case, mind you. Like that, it's a part of your life. It is an experience within your life. And when it comes to any type of experience that you have, there are different choices that you have to make to live a life that you want to live and to be as successful that you want to be, no matter what scenario comes your way.
I think the hardest one for me is when they tell me that my girls are fast or they shouldn't have got themselves into this situation in the first place. I think that boils my grits to the utmost because you must be unaware that teen moms, I don't think I met any teen mom that said I woke up this morning wanting to be a teen mom. Like when they ask you what you want to be in school, I don't think any of them said, I want to be a teen mom when I grow up. I don't think that was anybody's response. And not only that, some of the sexual experience were involuntary.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the circumstance that came, or the situation that came from the circumstance. It's not, a career or a job or a situation that they chose to be. Yeah, I'm gonna pause right there. I'm gonna let somebody else take over.
And
I'm gonna
I would
piggyback off of Tamika and what she said. It is the judgment aspect that really does bother me because my parents were that, and it's just the stigma that they put on some of our young parents. That makes them feel like that they're held to. I'm not even going to call it a mistake because I'm a firm believer that God creates. He's a creator, and that no baby, no child is a mistake. But circumstances, situations could have been a mistake. And they're not defined by that. I think that our young people can still be brilliant. I think they can still be whatever they desire to be. And it takes all of us to continue to encourage them and coach them and show them and give them the skills and the tools that they need to be successful. So the judgment for me is what, is kind of that thing that gets me, because when they say that, they're talking about my parents too.
Mm-hmm. And was cut off for a piece of the conversation prior, so this may not be 100% of what you're talking about, but Hearts is there to take care of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of the other barriers or challenges it is, particularly as having a background in positive youth development, working with teens and adolescent health and sexual health, is getting people to understand that even though they're teen parents and they're in happy to have to experience an adult like thing, um, they're still teens at the end of the day. They're still children, right? So we have to continue to nurture and take care of them and not feel like, oh, at the moment that they give birth and become a parent, that, oh, you're an adult, you got to handle this, you got to take care of this. And a lot of them get pushed out, right? Literally. So the biggest thing is within our community and within our families is stop treating our young people as if they're adults. They just have to take care of adult things and put in adult situations sooner than we expected. However, they still need the nourishment and the care of a young person.
Yeah.
And the love. They are
And the love,
children with
yes.
adult responsibilities.
You know,
Exactly.
on that same, wavelength, it's important to say that one, not all pregnancies are planned, and two, not all pregnancies are the product of promiscuity. And I think, when it comes to how we perceive pregnancy in general, I think as we have this kind of conversation, right, it is important for us to look at our culture and look at the relationships in which we have with those in our community and look at how we teach one another to love. Because first and foremost, before you find, and I don't mean when it comes to violating somebody's personal space, but naturally there had to have been a need for someone to engage in that particular activity. And in most cases, it's because of something that was lacking in their immediate community that pushes our children to seek answers from outside of the household. And again, I'm talking about when it comes to someone within our immediate communities that has violated their personal space, because in most cases, when it comes to excuse me, involuntary acts, it is someone that we know. But in most cases, our children leave our households because of something that we haven't provided them with, whether it's love, whether it's support, whether it's nurturing, whether it's care. And I think it's important that we own that. And so like this conversation, and as we reach out to those, to support this as an organization, it's important for us to have those conversations within our immediate circles about how we show up for one another, how we show up for our children, how we teach our children to love, how we teach them to establish with one another. And
absolutely.
In a nutshell, I leave you with this, right? Ask yourself, where's your heart at? Ask yourself, how are you going to give love to hearts? Ask yourself, how are you going to show up for the most marginalized and the most vulnerable in your society? Because this is a human rights issue, right? It's not a black and white issue. It's not a black and brown issue. These are children. These are our children. And like, Sister Brown said, it takes a village, right? And this is our village. And we want to welcome you into our village because naturally, if we don't show up for one another, none of us will move forward. So one, I want to thank the sisters, the teen parents, the sisters that are on the call for your vulnerability, for your courage, for your enthusiasm, for your energy, for your genius, for your intellect, for your plans, your dreams, and your aspirations. We got you. And it is our job, it is our job to find more people to be in community with so that way we can all move forward. I don't have anything else to say.
Very well said. Very well put. Yes.
So,
I love it. I'm a close. We're done. That's it.
Let's go. So any updates, anything else?
Guys, we are in the midst of a campaign, hashtag giving love to hearts. We need your love. Don't hesitate. You can donate between right now and February the 14th. Donate between right now, today, February 14th, guys. Make your donation right now. Hashtag giving love to hearts. All you have to do is go to our website at www.heartsnc.org and become a heartbeat, or you can enter the site and click on the donate button, or you can mail your checks to 112 Broadway Street, Durham, North Carolina, 27701. Please do not put Tamika Brown on that because I will cash it in my own personal account. I need you to put Hearts Organization on that, okay? I
Beautiful.
thank you for the continuous love and support that you have shown to this organization for 9 years. Guys, we will be celebrating our 10-year anniversary October the 10th at 10. October the 10th at 10, we will be celebrating 10 years. So please stay tuned. If you have not yet at this moment, please subscribe to our newsletter. Everything is located in the exact same spot, hashtag giving love to hearts. You should do that, hashtag giving love to hearts. But the website is www.heartsnc.org. If you need to call us at 984-244-1715. If you need to DM us, just hit us up on all social media platforms at HeartsNC919. I think I got all our avenues.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, subscribe
Yes.
on our YouTube channel. Yes.
And also
See
from the
all of the
programmatic,
testimonies from all of the teen moms on our YouTube channel. Go listen to our playlist. We have motivational songs up there and just words of encouragement or inspiration, and just reminisce with us and see what you've missed the past 9 years. It's been an amazing experience, and I'm so glad that everyone on this call is a part of the family and on the team. What you say, Leisha?
just wanted to give a programmatic plug for those out there. Of course, we're always accepting donations, but we definitely would love your partnerships and your contracts to help expand the Hearts programming. Any referrals of your young parents and your community, hit us up and let us know so we can offer our program for them and help them in any way possible. So if you feel like, hey, well, I can't necessarily contribute, and not only, yes, you can contribute for the campaign through the month. However, we would love for you all to contribute for the entire year and
Yes.
forever, ever.
Yeah,
So make
forever.
sure if you are within your own job, local government, wherever, send our information to your programmatic directors so we can get on their books and so we can meet with them, and we will start having some local partner meetings, some meet and greet virtual meetings in the near future, so we can go ahead and expand programming in a different regions. So between Eastern North Carolina, the Triangle, the Triad, we're coming for you.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you.
All hearts and minds are clear. Does anybody have anything else that they are dying to say? Or not dying? Please don't die on me. I'm excited to say. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. I ain't killing nobody on this call. All hearts and minds clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you, everybody. Please share this video. Please tag your friends, start a watch party, and tell everybody that we love you and we appreciate you for chiming in. Give them hearts, y'all, while we chime out. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you.